What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode in our journey to collect every game and build the ultimate OG Xbox collection. Last time, we got a little organized, creating our most wanted list as well as attending our first video game swap meet where we added 9 games to the collection. And today, we enter the slowest months of collecting yet and come up with new ways to dig us out so we can continue our journey. So come along for the ride as we continue to build the ultimate OG Xbox collection. After the swap meet, I was riding a big high. Adding 9 games in one day, I felt on top of the world and was excited for the next step in the journey. Unfortunately though, I'd have to wait a bit longer before I can act on that excitement. As we reached the depths of the Midwest winter, everything came to an abrupt halt. The money we raised from selling some of our old games ran out after the swap meet, so we were back to square one budget-wise, meaning no ordering online for a bit so we can raise some more money. The game stores around me weren't getting much new inventory or just games worth picking up in general. And don't even get me started about the local thrift stores. I can't ever seem to find anything no matter how often I go. Towards the end of January, I stopped at an indoor flea market and found NFL Fever 2004 for $2.50. And out of desperation, I picked it up. But let me tell you, when the best thing you found in a month is NFL Fever 2004, it's very defeating. I started to get to the point where I was so defeated, I thought about giving up. And just like my Game Boy journey, add another series to my endless lists of failed projects. I knew in order to get out of this rut, I would need to think of something and fast. And after a tiny bit, I finally found it. Game collecting isn't my only hobby. During the pandemic, I picked up manga collecting and fell in love with One Piece. I tore through the series at record pace, catching up in a little under a year. It became my favorite thing, and when I heard they were making a trading card game, I was all over it from the start. Over the years of playing, I've amassed a pretty large collection of cool cards, and conveniently, around this time, the market for the game exploded. Cards I bought for dollars were now selling for $10, $20, $30, $40, even well over $50. Now, I'm not one to get rid of a lot of things, as you might know, but I did happen to have a few doubles of cards that were now worth a bit of money. So, as a desperation to continue the series, I listed a few of my cards on eBay, and lo and behold, they sold, and they sold quick and for a hefty amount. A promo I got for playing in the Super pre-release tournament sold for $80. Another from the second anniversary event sold for $40. And a leader card from a starter deck sold for $15. And just like that, we were right back in it. That wasn't even everything. I still have quite a few cool cards, and a few of these Super pre-release cards, including this Luffy leader, that are worth a bit, but I'm waiting for when the time is right to sell those off. With our newfound funds, I crossed off 2 major wants from my game list, picking up both Crazy Taxi 3 and Toe Jam and Earl 3. I also placed an order on Luki Games for The Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning, another game from my most wanted list, 007 from Russia with Love, and Pac-Man World 2. Being able to cross 3 games off from my list was crazy to me, but we weren't stopping there. A few weeks later, I sold some more cards to a local game store, and here I picked up another game from my most wanted list, Dark Watch. The case and art is a little beat up, unfortunately, but I guess technically it didn't cost me anything, so I'm okay with it. Later that week, I stopped at another store and grabbed Soul Calibur 2. Finally, after what felt like forever, we were back, and we were back stronger than ever. I crossed off the games from our most wanted list, added some new ones, and placed the games happily on our shelf. Our shelf space is starting to run a little bit low though, so that might be something we'll have to take a look at sooner rather than later. Overall though, I think this slow period taught me a valuable lesson. There's no need to just throw in the towel when things start to look rough. With some time and clever thinking, there's always a way out of almost anything, especially a stupid show about collecting video games. As February came to an end, we still had a little bit in the game fund, and with some more cards to sell and tax season looming, I knew we were going to be okay for a while. And what better way to keep the journey going with another video game swap meet. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and tune in next time as we head back to the swap meet, where we finally start picking up some heavy hitters and continue our journey to build the ultimate OG Xbox collection.